The Royal Observatory Greenwich (ROG), known as the Old Royal Observatory from 1957 to 1998, when the working Royal Greenwich Observatory (RGO) temporarily moved south from Greenwich to Hurstman Zoo, is an observatory situated on a hill in Greenwich Park in southeast London, overlooking the River Thames to the north. It played a major role in the history of astronomy and navigation, and because the prime meridian passed through it, it gave its name to Greenwich Mean Time, a precursor to today's Coordinated Universal Time (UTC). The ROG has the IU Observatory Code of 000, the first in the list. ROG, the National Maritime Museum, the Queen's House, and the clipper ship Cutty Sark are collectively designated Royal Museums Greenwich. The observatory was commissioned in 1675 by King Charles II, with the foundation stone being laid on August 10th. The old hilltop site of Greenwich Castle was chosen by Sir Christopher Wren, a former civilian professor of astronomy.
Royal Observatory Greenwich is famous around the world as the home of the historic prime meridian. Just as the equator separates the northern and southern hemispheres, the prime meridian separates the eastern and western hemispheres. When you stand across the line, you have 1 foot in the east and 1 in the west. But what exactly is a meridian, and why is the prime meridian in Greenwich? What does all this have to do with latitude, longitude, and working out where you are? Discover more about the historic prime meridian of the world below, then visit the Royal Observatory to find your own place in the history of time and space.
British astronomers have long used the Royal Observatory as a basis for measurement, for separate meridians have passed through the buildings, defined by successive instruments. The basis of longitude, the meridian that passes through the Erie Transit Circle, first used in 1851, was adopted as the world's prime meridian at the International Meridian Conference at Washington, D.C. on October 22, 1884. Voting took place on October 13. Subsequently, nations across the world used it as their standard for mapping and timekeeping. The prime meridian was marked by a brass, later replaced by stainless steel, strip in the observatory's courtyard once the buildings became a museum in 1960, and since December 16, 1999, has been marked by a powerful green laser shining north across the London night sky.